Hi guys, this is Molly, and this is a velocity banking case study using real numbers and real people. So, in this situation, we have a couple that has a monthly income of $5,580. They recently went through a huge pay cut and they drastically cut their numbers, but they're still coming up short. Their income is weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. So, it can be a real challenge when you're trying to pay your bills and your income falls on a weekly income where you're not making that much. So monthly income of 5580, monthly expenses $5,544.21. So on paper, this couple has a monthly cash flow of $35.79, but in reality, they're coming up negative every single time because there is no accounting for any miscellaneous items. So what we're going to do is come up with a plan that requires no HELOC, no personal line of credit. We're going to be using existing credit cards, and it doesn't matter if you have high utilization, high minimum payments, high interest, we can still make it work. Step one, go through those bank statements and 3 months of your credit card statements and get your real numbers. You need to know your numbers. What are you really spending on groceries, on gas, all those variable items, because that's going to be crucial to our velocity banking strategy. Step two is to write everything down. So for this client, she sent me a list of all of her bills from the first of the month through the 31st of the month so that we could total those up and see just in the bills alone what her total was. And then we added in the variable expenses and came up with that. And usually your variable expenses are where you can make the most changes in terms of cutbacks. But the month at a glance will keep you on track as you go through the velocity banking process. Steps three, four, and five involve the credit worksheet. So what you're going to do here is divide out your bills, okay? And this is your credit cards, your student loans, all of that. So your private label credit cards, those cannot be used for velocity banking. Private label cards for this particular client are Smile Generation and Amazon, but some of you might have like a Home Depot or a Lowe's card. That is a private label card. You can only use that card at that particular merchant. Your general purpose cards are your Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Discover. Those are the cards that we can use in velocity banking. And then installment debt would be your student loans, your car loans, your personal loans. Again, items that we cannot use in velocity banking. So then you're going to determine which of these general purpose credit cards is going to be used as your primary card. So when you see me doing my money tracker videos, I'm using my primary card. Your primary card is going to be the one card that you use for your everyday budgeted purchases. Okay, so we're not going to be using any of the other cards. We're going to select one card that we're going to use, and that card must be a general purpose card, and it's going to be the card with the highest minimum payment. Okay, now I've taken the month at a glance and I've highlighted things so I can see it very quickly. So the primary credit card is highlighted in the gray. All of the general purpose credit cards that can be used for this velocity banking strategy are highlighted in green. All of the bills that can be paid with a credit card are highlighted in yellow. And then out to the side, there'll be some notes. So if a bill is going to be charged a credit card fee, if you pay it with a credit card, that's noted. The utilization is noted because I want to know at a glance if the utilization is high on this particular credit card, then I'm going to have to pay the interest on that card when I make that payment because I don't want to exceed my utilization. Step seven is where the magic happens. This is the money tracker report. In this particular case study, there are 15 money trackers with all of my notes for each week. So if you want to download that, there is a link in the description. The case study is $7.99. You can also download all of the worksheets that I use in my case studies and in my videos for free by going to that link. Finally, for this particular client, I did a revised month at a glance where I put all the notes in one quick page that she could have at her fingertips. I was able to come up with about $950 in cash flow, not by making any additional budget cuts, but just by redirecting the money. $950 can now be applied towards her primary card to get that paid off quickly. She also has a budget now for her miscellaneous expenses. So again, if you want to take a look at the case study and see all the notes that I provided for this particular client, that is available in the description. There is a link. It'll take you to where I have my worksheets for free, and the case study is $7.99. It's 22 pages long, and you'll get to see all of my notes. And as you follow along in the videos that I do in the future, it'll start to make more sense because you'll have the little notes right there with you. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please post below.